I'm Dan Drake. This is Front Up on Geno TV and Channel 99. We have a special guest with us today, Cory Ryder. Cory is a senior at Nantucket High School, the captain of the Nantucket Whalers football team. And I'm just delighted you're here so we can talk a little bit about what it's like playing football for the Nantucket High School.
Yeah, thank you for having me. I'm glad I'm here.
Okay. First of all, you've been playing football. Your father's the coach, right?
Yes, sir.
And you've been playing football since you...
since second grade.
Since second grade. Not quite since you were born, but close.
Okay, close enough.
And it's a sport that you obviously enjoy.
Of course,
What is it about football that you like?
Well, I was raised in a football family for sure, and I started playing at a young age. And I've just always loved the sport, and I've always known that I wanted to play football at the college level. I just love the game. I love the physicality, and I just love the ultimate team sport, which I believe is football.
So you're a senior.
Yes, sir.
This is your last year here. You're going off somewhere else. I assume you're being recruited?
I am.
How's that process work?
Well, the recruiting process is definitely nothing like I've experienced before. It's unique. I'm actually committed to Holy Cross right now to play football. I was pretty successful in my whole recruiting process, and it all starts at the academics, to be honest with you.
But they start looking. When do they start looking at you? Your sophomore year, your junior year?
Well, Nantucket's a unique place to get recruited because Massachusetts is one of the least recruited areas in the country for football, and being from an island off the coast of Massachusetts doesn't help my case at all. But me and my dad, I was fortunate enough to have my dad with me through this process. We went to
Did he go through it?
He did. He played football at Tulane University.
Right.
But we flew all up and down the East Coast, and we just visited countless schools, went into the football offices, introduced myself so they got a visual on me. And then after my junior season, we would send my junior highlights to those coaches, and then they would evaluate me.
So they didn't come looking for you. You had to go sell yourself to them, basically.
Yeah, it's hard to get exposure on an island. I could have sent out emails, but I have a pretty good physical physique that I've noticed these college coaches like to see.
You work out?
I do work out, as a part of my football training, but what a lot of people don't understand is I'm 6'4", 290.
Right.
And these college coaches, I go and I meet them, and they put a body to a film or an email, and they say, wow, this kid looks pretty good. And most of the schools that I went and introduced myself to, they wanted to see me in their camp in the summer so they could evaluate me and work me out and see what I was all about. So after we went and visited all these schools, after I finished my junior season, sent them my highlight film, this summer I think that I did 17 days of camp in a 30 to 35 day span, which is a lot of camps.
How many different, and you did 17 different camps?
It was, I think, 14 different camps, and then I did one 3-day camp. And I went all over the place.
Well, give us some examples. Where'd you go?
I went to a lot of big school camps because what happens at a football prospect camp, let's say, for example, I went to the Boston College football camp. Of course, it would be a dream of mine to play at Boston College, and I am still in communication with them, but there's a lot of other schools at these camps working there, from the Division I AA level, Division II, Division III, all down the board, junior college, all kinds of schools there. I think there was 30 or 40 different college coaches from different schools there. So these big schools, you get the most exposure and the most bang for your buck in recruiting. So we did camps in schools that I had previous offers from, such as Brown. The 3-day camp, I went and I saw the O-line coach from Cornell, who I had an offer from. And then we went to a lot of other schools to get the exposure, and hopefully they would see me from those schools and they would be interested in me, which worked out in the end. And by the end of these camps, I had 13 offers from Division I schools, and I think about 8 or 9 of them were full scholarship offers.
That's fantastic. Why Holy Cross?
I chose Holy Cross because out of all the offers that I had, I felt like all of them except Holy Cross were lacking in one aspect. To be honest with you, UNH, I had a UNH offer and full scholarship, and that was my favorite because it's a slightly higher football than Holy Cross.
Level program, yeah.
Level program, yeah. But, I mean, just like I was saying with my academics, I've worked so hard through my high school career to maintain...
I don't think you said that on the camera. What's your average?
3.98 GPA.
That's pretty good.
Thank you. But just at Holy Cross, I felt like I was playing outstanding Division I football coupled with amazing academics. Just talking to the coaching staff and guidance counselors there, the alumni success at Holy Cross is awesome, and I felt like I would be doing myself an injustice if I went to a school that wasn't up to par with the academics that I had, even if it was slightly better football.
I assume you and your dad have got a pretty realistic perspective on this, but do you have any aspirations to play pro football?
If the opportunity ever arose, I would love to, and I'm going to work my tail off to try to get there one day. But realistically, I have to take my education seriously, so in the event that that doesn't work out, then I have an awesome job to fall back on and have a great education from a great school.
What other sorts of things do you like to do besides football and study? If you have any time, which you probably don't, but...
Yeah, during the season it's pretty tough. On the weekends I like to hang out with my friends. In the off season, one thing that I do love to do is I love to lift. It's a hobby that I do, and you know, some people talk about, some runners, they talk about how they do it for so long and they're kind of addicted to it and they love the feeling it gives. I feel the same way about the weight room. I love going in and working hard towards a new max on bench press or squat. Aside from training, I enjoy boating in the summer.
Sailing?
I actually have a 17-foot Boston Whaler. Yep. I enjoy working on my car. In the summer, there's a lot more things to do: fishing, water sports, stuff like that. But in the winter, I train a lot and I hang out with my friends a lot. And
yeah, the winters get pretty quiet after football season.
And I mean, I've lived here my whole life, so I'm pretty used to that. But I think it's a great place to grow up, and I wouldn't have wanted it any other way.
The whole path from the high school player to the college player, potentially the pro player, is one where you obviously have to be very focused on what you're doing. And conflicts arise between your academics and your football, particularly when you get to college. And you said that your first priority is the academic side of it, which is great. But how are you going to deal with those conflicts that come up along the way? Or you're just going to work 18 hours a day or 22 hours a day or whatever it is it takes to get it done?
Well, at the high school level, and I think this is the same for every level, in the team, academics come first as well. If you ever need to go see a teacher for extra help, you ever have work that you need to do before practice, if you come down with a note, you're completely excused. Academics come first in every single coach's eyes that I've been a part of my whole career. At the college level, which I think is pretty awesome, nobody fails off the team at the college level, at least at the Division I college level. They have mandatory study halls when you come in as a freshman. I think it's about 2 hours a day, 5 days a week. And if you get below a certain GPA in college, they either raise those hours if you fall under the requirement, or if you prove yourself to be a responsible student, they eliminate them as time goes on. So it's really what you make it. If you struggle in class and you don't like to do your homework and you slack off, then you're going to be in study hall a lot in college, and they're not going to let you get so low that you can't play. So if you're struggling, you're going to be in study hall. If you're doing great, then you're not going to be in study hall and you're going to be doing it on your own. But
what are your academic interests? What subjects are?
As of right now, I want to get a communications major, broadcasting communications. My freshman year, I did a segment on 97.7 ACK FM with Olivia Slade broadcasting the sports report, and I really liked that. I definitely felt like that was a career that I could excel in, so that's what I'm trying to pursue in college.
Let's talk a little bit about the team.
Okay.
How's the team doing? You're 3-0.
Yes, yes. The team is looking very good. My dad started coaching with my class at the Boys and Girls Club when we were in second grade, and he has been coaching this same group of guys from second grade until now. It really shows that
Is that a coincidence?
it's just all of his coaching and all of our teamwork that we've put together through all these years is just coming together this year. And we all know each other like brothers. We love each other. We like to call our team a band of brothers. We all have our backs, and the team is just meshing so well right now. The O-line is amazing this year, which was our weakness last year. The running backs are hitting holes, and they're just so well trained and athletic and physical. Our defense has put up 14 points this season, or led in 14 points. We're just overall just doing awesome and playing as a team. It's a complete team effort.
You going to beat the Vineyard?
I sure hope so. I think that we do have a good chance, and they better be ready when we go over on that boat, because I know that everyone on the team wants that Island Cup back.
Cory Ryder, thank you so much.
Thanks
Best
for
of
having
luck
me.
to you.
Thank you very much.